What's going on YouTube? This is Vangelis 2019 and I'm back in the anomaly. First of all, to complete the daily Quicksilver mission I just did. Actually, who are you? Stupid genius. I'll just give you a little something. I've got tons of stuff to just give away, so... And you can take that. And now I've got a little bit of inventory room to finish this off. Complete mission. Oh yeah. A defense check. I can't remember the last time I had one of those. Alright, now we've got that out the way, I can run up to the blueprint store and actually pick up these new little thingamybobs. Now, where would they be? Okay, here's the first one. So this is the Orbital Exocraft Materializer. Now this is going to let me summon my new mech from my freighter. What's that annoying noise? Alright, so we got that. And the other thing we need is... Where is it? This thing. So, this is the electrical cloaking unit. Within a power base will reduce the visual prominence of all local electrical wiring. Hidden wires will continue to supply electricity provided they are sufficiently powered. So, essentially, this is... This hides all the wiring in your base. Now I know a lot of people have published some very clever ways of hiding wiring, running it inside the actual thickness of walls. I know I was watching just the other day actually, Zane did one where essentially you drill two small wells and then you just drop the cable down into the bottom of the well and it all runs underground, and that's another nifty way of hiding it. All very clever, just way too fussy for me to have the patience to do, but now I'm glad that I can just run it everywhere, just run my cables anywhere I like. Direct line of sight, messy as, but I could just hide it all. So, yep, this little thing is good for, well, lazy people like me. Whoa, that was loud. Right then, now is there any other... what else am I looking for? No, I don't need that. Don't need that, at least not yet. Yes. There's only little Exocraft things that I need now. Let's have a look. No, it looks like I got them all. Alright. Yes, well, when I was getting my mech, I assumed that these would be for the mech, but I've come to realise now, watching everybody else's videos, that the existing Exocraft are now not impervious to the local environment, so that's what these are for. Alrighty. So, now that I've got those all bored up, I can actually start fitting them. So, see you in a moment. Alrighty. Here we are. Now, I don't know why, but I can never seem to actually call this in down from the freighter. I've got the room installed, but it just seems to say that the Exocraft isn't owned. So when I just try to call this down from my freighter's definitely here. It's up there somewhere. There it is, up there. A little bit foggy, but there it is. And yeah, it just seems to say that I don't own a Minotaur, and yet when I bring it down using a GeoBay, here it is. Alright, so let's... So first thing I'm going to do is trim it out in my colours, obviously. Which red? That one or that one? Yeah, I think that one's good. Alright, there are my colours. Alrighty. Now I've actually decked this out once before, only I suddenly realised when I got to the end of it that I wasn't actually recording, which is a bit of a disappointment, but so take two. I don't know exactly where all this stuff needs to go. I'm just going to jiggle it around once I'm done. Oh, I need more carbon nanotubes. Right, I want the radar. And I want, oops, what's it? Install tech. Engine. Oh, I need more storm crystals. Oh, I thought I had storm crystals. Microprocessor. Okay, I need 2 microprocessors, 2 storm crystals. Okay, let's get this down from the freighter. Ah, they're in my... God damn it. They're in my storage units. Oh, there's one. Microprocessors. Okay, this transfer, see if I got some to transfer. All items. Alright, well let's just make them. Actually, why don't I just run up to my freighter and go get them. Back in a second. Well, after a brief trip to my freighter, I just realised that your Exocraft only appears to you when you're on foot. You cannot see your Exocraft when you're in your ship, so that's difficult. You have to keep landing and re-getting your bearings to find your Exocraft again. I should have left a beacon here. But it is what it is. Let's continue. Alright, so what was I going to do? I was installing this engine. The Icarus fuel system. Alright, let's get some weapons in here. So what have we got? The Minotaur laser. The Minotaur laser upgrade. The Minotaur Cannon. And the Minotaur Bore, which I think is what they call the terrain manipulator. So let's put the... Oh, I don't have enough dihydrogen. Alright, well, we'll leave that for a second. We'll install the upgrade there. Oh, gravity balls and cobalt mirrors. God, I should have gone back to my freighter again, shouldn't I? Should have made a shopping list of what I need. Okay, the cannon. Cannon goes there. And we'll say the terrain manipulator goes there. Alrighty. You can always move this around. Okay, so I need gravitino balls, cobalt mirror, and more dihydrogen. Well, okay, dihydrogen I can get just now. Just right here where I'm standing, I think. Well, I've definitely got enough. I'm too far away to actually install it though. Alrighty. Okay, let's just nip back to the freighter to get 2 gravitino balls and a cobalt mirror. Before I do that, let's do the thing I said I was going to do and leave save beacon here. Because this thing does not tell you where it is when you're in your ship. Alrighty, and we're back. We've got the resources that we need from the freighter. So, let's get them installed. Okay, so I hadn't quite finished installing this because I needed the cobalt mirror and the gravitino balls. So, done. Now, what we've got is laser modules, cannon modules, and engine modules. So let's do the engine modules first. Okay, so I don't think it really matters where we install these at the moment. You'll notice over here we don't have any stats, so I think that's a bug. I think that's something that Hello Games is working on, because yeah, there's no point in moving the technology around to get the best stats, because yeah, it's not going to work at the moment. So we may as well just chuck them in any old where. That'll do, pig. Okay, cannon. That's the cannon there. I just move the terrain manipulator. Just put it there for now, that'll do. Even without knowing what the stats are, it can only help having an adjacency bonus. And then let's get the laser. I hope you can see my air quotes, laser. All right, getting there. We're getting there. All right, now I don't know. Presumably, at some point, we need to get hazard protection in here. That tends to be a standalone. Maybe the thrust gets a boost. I don't know. I'll need to carry on searching for upgrade modules. But we're getting there. It's getting upgraded. Alrighty, so it turns out the reason I haven't been able to summon my mech was because even though I've got everything built in the freighter that I need, and speaking of freighter, let's just bring that in. There you go. So even though I don't need to construct a geobay here, and I was wondering why it wasn't working because I wasn't constructing a geobay, apparently you do need a geobay constructed somewhere. So you actually have to construct the geobay at your base anywhere to make sure that you can actually bring it in. So that's why it was telling me that I didn't own the mech. So I'm going to test that now. There we go. It's working now. I'm going to bring it down right on that plant there. Why not? Oh, and it didn't destroy it, even though I jumped right on it. So it was actually somebody in Sword's chat that told me that, yeah, I still need the geobay built somewhere for this to work. So now, as far as all this technology goes, I was watching Zane's video about how to build these and how the adjacency bonuses work. I actually took a couple of screen grabs, so let's have a look. What did I get? Alrighty, so even though I don't have everything, I do have, right, so putting that into a square. Yeah, no, I think the way Sword's good at... No, again, without being able to see how these stats go, I can't sort of prove or disprove it. But if Zane says there's a particular way to do it, then yeah, I'm not going to disbelieve him. Because if anybody knows, it's going to be Zane. So let's have a look. If I put that like that, that like that, that like that, that like that. Okay, so something like that is meant to be the best setup. I'll have to yes, I'll have to double check if I've actually got it the right way around once once these things actually roll out. Okay, so next is the mining laser. So again, something like that, and that with all the of these surrounding it like that. Actually, he's put the A-class in the bottom here for the add-on and everything else surrounding it. So that's how he's got the laser. And that's the cannon. Yep, cannon, cannon. So that's for the cannon. Right, so either that configuration or the cross configuration. So with the cannon, he's got something like that arrangement in a T. And then basically the bore, oh, one of these actually, I think you said maybe, was it the Icarus? That doesn't actually need to be connected to all that, and actually I think, yeah, I can actually see now, that's not got a border around it, so that's not actually reaping any bonus from touching the rest of these. So that was it, so that doesn't reap any bonus by touching anything. Neither does that. Neither does that. And neither does that, so that may as well go with that as well. And in fact, why don't I just swap that around, because that's just as good. Yep, alright. I can probably tweak this arrangement to sort of try and get something that looks a bit better. And in fact, once this is available, then yeah, I'll definitely need to move things around just to see how it goes. But yeah, that's as far as I'm going to go with sort of adjacency, bonusing all the tech. So I think there's really not much else to be done now, except see what happens if I jump over a cliff. Well, I didn't appear to suffer any damage at all. That was interesting. Let's see if I take damage from this. Yes, I did. Now, how do you scan? Here we go. So scan for resources, scan for secure facilities, scan for distress signals. Now this is the thing that's going to be really interesting in this mech, is actually scanning for crashed ships. Oh, and none seems to have appeared. Alrighty, I think I've got as far as I can for now. So this has been Vangelis 2019. And I just suddenly thought, we need emotes. We definitely need emotes for these, so we can do little dances and whatever. But this is Vangelis 2019 saying ciao for now and see you later.